Good evening, everybody. Good evening on a typical Northwest spring night. As the wind howls and the rain comes down, there's a lot in the air. It's springtime and things are coming to life. And I wanted to take this moment tonight, because the stars are aligning and things have been happening, to kind of sit around the fire, to tell some stories, sing some songs, be a tribe tonight. I'd like to start this night, too, with a dedication to my father, who this last weekend was his, he passed away 17 years ago this last weekend. Got to spend a lot of time with him down at the cemetery in Winville, my hometown where he's buried, and spend some papa-son time. And I want to introduce him to you guys tonight. So throughout the night, we're going to play some different videos to tell the story of where I come from and who my papa is. So without further ado, let's start with a song for him.
Captain Puget, and he was Don McCune. We went exploring with him. We sang with him. Many grew up with him, and many loved him. Tonight, we celebrate a man who touched our lives.
Good evening, I'm Dick Foley, once a fan and later privileged to be a friend of Don McCune. Don had legions of friends. He was that kind of guy. Many of those friends joined with his family today to say goodbye. Cancer took Don and took him quickly, but it didn't take the spirit and sharing of Don's life. Many of you have asked us to give you a chance to look back at the years Don shared with us all on television. For the next half hour, without commercial interruption, that is just what we will do. We'll share the remarkable life of Don McCune. And what a life, and what a time it was.
Look out, and what ship she be?
A schooner, sir, the Windward 4.
Aye, and that would be Captain Puget, loaded to the gunwales with a cargo of adventures, songs, and cartoons for his young mates.
I'm a Puget Sound sailor on the old Windward 4. Give me way, hey, blow the man down.
For 9 years, Captain Puget sailed the sometimes stormy seas of early Northwest television, taking his young first mates on fascinating voyages aboard the Windward 4, and along the way, entertaining us with songs, colorful yarns, and cartoons. As Captain Puget, Don became a local icon, a friendly father figure who, over the years, brought smiles to thousands of Puget Sound youngsters.
topmast high with the spyglass in his hand. There's a whale, there's a whale, there's a whalefish, he cried. She blows at every span, brave boys. She blows at every span. Our captain stood on the quarter deck, and a brave little man was he. Overhaul on your davit tackles fall, and launch your boats for sea, brave boys, and launch your boats for sea. We struck the whale and away he went, and he lashed out with his tail. And we lost the boat and 5 good men. And we never got that whale, brave boys. And we never got that whale.
Religion was always important to Don, and for 14 years he hosted one of television's most unique religious programs.
Good evening. The program is Challenge. It brings together a rabbi, a minister, and a priest.
Tonight, we're going to cover the biggest news story that ever occurred in the city of Seattle. It's a story of that infamous day, June 6, 1889.
Don's favorite program was Exploration Northwest. In many ways, it was a natural extension of his Captain Puget show. Only this program took grown-ups on voyages of discovery. A proficient outdoorsman who loved nature and animals, Don found his natural calling as host and writer of this remarkable institution, which ran for 21 years. Every Saturday evening on Como TV, Don and the crew treated viewers to a spiritual journey by air, canoe, horseback, skis, or snowshoes into some of the most beautiful and secluded corners of the greater Northwest. Don went on most of these weekly journeys, usually writing his scripts during the quiet moments, helping the crew haul film gear, eating on the trail, and singing songs around the campfire at night.
Except for the open and the close of each subject, which is scripted beforehand, usually underway. What comes in between is pretty much as it happens. But after 20 years of filming outdoor adventures...
We told you it's as it happens.
You know what to look for.
Happy as a butterclam when tides are high, I sing a grateful ode to Puget Sound, the land of everything. I love it from Tulalip, from Puyallup, Squim and Fish, and to the Dosey Wallops where so many times I've fished.
And I'm supposed to have some brown bread today.
Yep.
Brennan to the Bogoshiel, from Lemmy to Lacush, and from the lordly Salva to the lovely Duckabush. From Samish to Sammamish, from Suquamish to Quilcene, the climate is so friendly, it's a land that's evergreen. Jimicum and Stillicum, where spouts the gooey duck, singing Stillaguamish and swirling Skookum Chuck, and Bow Clips San Copalis where the razor clams abound. A little bit of heaven is a shack on Puget Sound. There's peace on the Skokomish, on the Queets, and on the Hoe. There's calm on the Nisqually, born of ageless ice and snow. A land that nature loves so much, she stays the whole year round. I'd trade a royal palace for a shack on Puget Sound.
Don once told us that Captain Puget didn't just ride off into the sunset. He hung around and did some other things. Now that's typically modest. After TV, Don did indeed do some other things. Things to make the television industry better, to make the community better, and to make the environment better. He was a tireless activist on behalf of those causes, a Captain Puget who practiced what he preached. Don was also one heck of a storyteller. And after 20 years of exploration, he had great tales to tell. So did the people who worked with him on that phenomenally successful program. It ran for 21 years. Now, just for comparison, Gunsmoke, the longest-running network show, ran for 20 years. So
Sure, go ahead, clown on my clown. That's my papa, and I wanted to introduce him to you tonight. There's a song about right here, about the beginning of a new Seattle. Johnny was a sailor in the waters of the Sound. Play the wind like strings. Topmast high, he'd fly through the air, just like his heart had wings. Worked on Front Street in a corner flower stand, handing out daisies and daffodils. But when sunset comes, she's down on the pier waiting for one, dressed all up in ribbons and in frills. On the 6th day of June, John out on the waves, a fire cast Seattle all in flames. In a circle made of flowers, and he fell to her knees, crying her lover's name. With all the wind on the sea held tight in his sails, and Annie's voice burning in his ear. 20 knots, they say, as he sailed into the harbor, through the fire up to Yesler's Pier. Through the smoke she was there, waiting for her John to come home, as the city burned on all around. With one hand on the tiller and another around her, he sails her on was a sailor in the waters of the Sound. He'd play the wind like strings. On topmast high, he'd fly through the air, just like his heart had wings, just like he could touch his dreams. A song I wrote about the Great Seattle Fire called Sailor. Tonight I want to do a little something different. I've been playing the first weekend of the month in this town for, I think, maybe 8 years now. Here, over at Victor's, before here. Steadfast. Playing to the energies of the room and the energies of the night, and tonight I wrote down all the songs that I wrote that I know I can still remember, and I put them down on a piece of paper, and I had Sarah photocopy them and put them out on the tables. Those are little song stories. I put the year I wrote them next to them too. And tonight, if you want to know about a certain year or a certain song or hear something like that, you can shout it on out. If you have a favorite, or if there's if you don't know any of the songs and you just like the title of one of them and you think that's kind of cool, I wonder what that song's about, to share those and start the story swap in that way. I wrote this next song, embarking on a trip, leaving the West Coast where I'm from, moving to Vermont, to see what it was like on the other side of the country, play music in every town along the way. And then when I got to Vermont, I bought a sailboat, named it Serendipity, and started sailing south. And on a cold winter day in Vermont, dreaming what it would be like to be sailing south, catching the sun, dreaming up that life and feeling what it was like to be just spinning around, I wrote this song, Twirl. Just thinking that twirl was the motion we were all doing. And the first place I played it after I wrote it was City Hall, down on the front steps of City Hall in Montpelier, Vermont, their state capital, and there were people playing ball and frisbee. And once you write a song, you just got to start singing it out. Well, I ran from the mountains down to the seashore, with a skip in my step, oh, and wanting just a little more. Well, I ran till my feet fell deep, so deep in the sand. And I stood there just wondering what it felt like to be a man. Just to understand. I had a dream I was sailing around the world. I could feel it spinning. I was part of her twirl. She held me in her arms like a ring around the sun. And whispered to me that we all here are one. Yeah, we are one. And all around the world, faces like yours are smiling, and the world keeps twirling round and round and round. Round, 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 round. If I told you once, well, I told you 1,000 times. It's the beat of my heart that keeps me right in line. Well, I will not bend and I will not sway, no, no. I will live like this till the very last day. When the sun goes down and the lights go out, a star will rise, I will scream, I will shout, love, 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 love. Oh, I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I end up, oh, I think only God really knows. I swam upon the devil's lake and never, no, never, 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 I never made the same mistake. I never, no, never, never. Oh, 'twere this time wasted, so much time, still no heart can I call mine. I look and I can't see, no, nothing at all. What if I fail? What if I fall? Should I still just jump? Oh, I listen to the words, but they fall so far below. I let the music take me where my heart wants to go. Where my heart wants to go. Have a notion deep inside that it ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. Gonna find one face that ain't looking through me. Gonna find one place. I'm gonna stand right here and twirl around. From the mountains down to the seashore, with a skip in my step, oh, and wanting just a little more. Well, I ran till my feet fell deep, so deep in the sand. And I stood there just wondering what it felt like to be a man. Music, right? It's hard to play a song that I wrote without throwing in the songs that, right, Cat Stevens and It's like the music that we listen to sticks in our psyche so strong, and there are these little like messages of how to get through the next step of life, and in those moments when there's nothing else that you can hold on to, it's been a song that has held me there, has made me feel like I wasn't alone. And as a musician, I'll feel that, and I'll turn that into my version of that song. And then I'll turn their version into my version too, and play that out and pay homage to those teachers who have come before. Yeah. Written in Seattle underneath the monorail late one Friday night after a gig, sometime in the late 80s, lion-hearted. Drunken stumble, I cried, I mumbled. When will I find my heart? Oh, again I called you to me, and we spoke so easily. I should have known, I should have known. Myths of youth make way for the truth. No, I'm not the man that I used to be. Please believe me, what I truly need is just someone's honesty. Tell me the truth. Open up your heart and tell me the truth. Up through the starry, starry night to where I truly belong. Just let me take you with me tonight, right now. You need to hear my song. Starry, starry night to where we all truly belong. Just let me take you with me tonight, right now. You need to hear my song. For me, my heart, my soul, it's been so long. So long, and goodbye, my night sky. It was a drunken stumble. Well, I cried, I mumble. When will I find my heart? Oh, again I hold you to me, and we spoke so easily. I should have known, I should trust and I tried and I jumped. I might fly through the Seattle sky, watch the Emerald City pass me by. Tonight I play for you my song. Last night, on Thursday night, I think I got a chance to go down to the Unity Church down in Seattle and watch a performance of a young lady, a trio I'd never seen before. We sell her CDs here. What's the name of, what is it? Sanam Kaur. And I'm from Woodinville. My culture expands from the place of Woodinville, which is right next to Theo's Dairy, you know? And so I'm watching Hindu Sikhs, if maybe that's the path. Watching a whole other path. I'm watching a sacred concert. 3 people, harmonium, tablas, and guitar. And hearing these beautiful mantras come out and hearing the crowd sing along. And it was a night where you sang along with the band that was there playing, and it was wasn't a performance, it was a co-formance is what they said, for the whole night. And that's really what it is. And all night, all I could do was connect with that higher part of me that whenever I play guitar, there's a part in my head that's wearing a little white robe, and I've got a long white beard, and I'm kind of in that enlightened pose, just playing ripping guitar. At least that's where my religious path is trying to head me, right there to that ripping guitar place. And thought about just that sacredness of music. And they were on a tour bringing peace throughout the country. And with that intention, and they asked us as a crowd to hold that high intention of peace. Peace within the self, peace within thy neighbor, peace within the country, peace within the world. And I thought how profound that it can come in a space like this, in a very reverent, holy way of music in a church. It also comes through the Stones when they sing Sympathy for the Devil, or U2 when they sing I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, or it's just, music is this sacred space. And everything you sing is a sacred thing. And that's that connection. And I took that away that night. And she did something that's so hard to do with a crowd, which is take a moment and just kind of breathe and take that center place and let it be easy for a moment and be together in the room. And I want to try that right now, thanks. This is a song called Backbeat. Wrote it at Marymore Park a few summers ago. Believing in the backbeat, dreaming in the backseat, turning on the radio and dialing up the inner flow, rolling up a little hope, burn it down and let it smoke. There's something in me that's trying to be. Oh, throw it all away. Don't hold back tomorrow for the sake of yesterday. Open your eyes up wide. Let a painter help you see what a poet can't describe, and a singer make you feel what a dancer holds inside. don't hold it inside. In the heat of the sunshine, in the summer when her heart was mine, making love in the tall grass, the way she could move her, falling in the soft skin, knowing I could come in, the taste of bliss, lost in a kiss. Oh, throw it all away, don't hold back tomorrow for the sake of yesterday. Open your eyes up wide, let a painter help you see what a poet can't describe, and a singer make you feel what a dancer holds inside. Don't hold it inside, let it go. Play the moment like a sweet song, drink it up until it's all gone. Stand like the sunrise, be the truth behind the lies. Heart you gotta hold fast, nothing here is meant to last. There's something in me that's trying to be. Oh, throw it all away, don't hold back tomorrow for the sake of yesterday. Open your eyes up wide, let a painter help you see what a poet can't describe, and a singer make you feel what a dancer holds inside. You can run but you can't hide. Believing in the backbeat, just dreaming in the back seat. Thanks. Whew. Backbeat is the name of that song. Hey, the nosebleed seats are going crazy. That's great. Hey, way back there, if you can hear me. Whoa. Mountain Man, absolutely. Mountain Man. I better switch guitars for this. The song Mountain Man was written by the band Too Young to Know, which was a band of high school friends that played through that we played together through the Seattle music scene. When on any given night of the week in Seattle, there was 4 bands playing at every bar or coffee shop or corner of every street, and singing original music. It was during that time. And as grunge was going on, which I couldn't really connect with, I wanted to play a song that made Hollywood Hill look kind of badass, so I called it Mountain Man. On my own, I said I'm a mountain man. Better leave my shit alone. Once had me out past Avondale. I'm a mountain man. Sometimes when I'm wandering, I look down from my hills. Then I think about going back, but then again I don't think I will. Hell no, 'cause I never wanna go through that again. Oh no, I see it, I'm a mountain man, and the mountains need no friends. I see it, I'm a mountain man, and the mountains need no friends. I got myself a 10 gauge, and I got myself a dog. Mountain Man. Right about the time that I wrote that song with the band, I got this guitar. So 17 years ago now. I've had this guitar, a Guild, a big jumbo blonde guitar that I've brought with me everywhere I've been, and she shows the wear and tear of it. I got a little bit of money when my dad passed away, enough to buy a guitar and keep the songs going, and that was how I got this guitar, or I would have still been playing the guitar I got from Sears, and so. I was fine playing that one too, just guitar. And so over the years, I've played this across the country, across Europe, played it on the sailboat, Serendipity, sailing down the eastern seashore, and then brought it back home to play all the songs I had learned through it here, and played it for the last 7 years here. And then even when we built the stage, I put this guitar up there because it was the one I knew that we had in the crew, and anybody who wanted to come in and play a song played on my guitar when they were here. And now, about a year ago, my birthday's in April, and about a year ago, I was thinking maybe I'll put the guitar away and start saving up for a new guitar, and I started manifesting, and you know, it just happens to be that there's a lot of books on that topic here, and I read them all, or Sarah read them and told me about them, and I manifested, boom, Jake brought in for my birthday a shiny red electric guitar, and then Alvarez Guitar came and endorsed me as a performer and this place as a venue and brought all these beautiful guitars in, which we've been able to play as a neighborhood. And over the next month, we'll be having a big celebration here in May, our 4-year anniversary, where we'll be auctioning off guitars and raising hell and awareness. And so I'd like to play. I think tonight's her last official concert, is what I'm trying to say. And, oh, yeah, right? This is a song called Street Corner Away that I wrote while I was sailing, and we pulled into Annapolis, Maryland. I was playing a lot of street music as soon as we could get the boat to land, and and that's how the people were hearing the songs I had to sing. And I wrote this there because I wanted to sing it out, and I wanted these to be the specific words that the people that were walking by heard. Because every once in a while when you hear a street musician, you stop and pay attention. They say something that just hooks you. And that's what we're looking for more than tips. Well, that and tips. don't think I used the capo on that one. Though I'm not from around here, you don't even know my name. But I'm here and I surround you. In our hearts we're all the same. I've sailed here from 1,000 miles. I've come here just to play. So for you I stand, guitar in hand, and I give myself away. For you I stand, guitar in hand, and I give myself away. I watched you on the streets today, lost in the crowd. So stop a while, connect with me, feel humble, be proud. For this day just comes around but once, close your eyes, you'll miss it all. For the beauty's in the moment, you see the truth and let it fall. The beauty's in the moment, you see the truth and let it fall. Let it fall. Your eyes up from the ground, so close, believe, feel the sound. Just a street corner away, so close. By twilight I'll be long from here, gone without a trace. But you will still belong to here, wrapped in this special place. Find something in the tunes you hear between sunrise and sunset. And we'll meet again in a melody, and promise we won't forget. We'll meet again in a melody, and promise we won't forget. Don't forget. Lift your eyes up from the ground, so close, believe, feel the sound. Just a street corner away, away. Sailed here from 1,000 miles, I've come here just to play. So for you I stand, guitar in hand, and I give myself away. For you I stand, guitar in hand, and I give myself away. You can keep that going, Taylor. That's a sweet sound. Ah, even better. Okay, solo. Taylor, go. Yo, Eastside Raps. Nice work, Tay. Taylor Larson on the espresso bar tonight. John, will you get the clip from City Hall? Sit. Lots of things are happening. After 7 years of playing guitar once a month in the town, well, I guess it was 5 years, because 2 years ago I became an arts commissioner for the city of Redmond. Yeah. That right there. Clapping right there, support, that's a surefire sign that you're supporting your local arts. it's a privilege to serve on the Arts Commission. It's a privilege to be in a place where incredible people come to represent the city and represent the people here, and whose sole mission is to wake the neighborhood up, to show the neighborhood that we are as cool as we are. Boom, just like that. Now, that actually didn't make the slogan, but that's, on Tuesday night, I will be at City Hall, and I put it out on those set lists at 7:30 to be officially back into the Arts Commission and put in as the chairman of the commission. And so my thought is I'd like to invite everybody here and everybody within earshot and tell your friends, go to City Hall 2 blocks down the road right here, 7:30 to like 7:45. It won't take long. It's the arts. And I'll be there. Come in, show your support. Show the city council and the mayor that there's enough people here rallying behind the arts that by you being in there shows that the neighborhood is watching. And so 7:30 this Tuesday night, you're all invited. This is a clip from the last time I was in the same room, and I was asked to go play at the Arts Day in Redmond, which is in June every year. And so last June, armed with 6 of the meanest little kids, of the coolest little kids, we went into City Hall to play a song that I had written called I Am Alive, to represent the city and say what was going on the neighborhood beat. Check it out.
She came to me in a dream late last night. It was a little dark, it was hard to see. From out of the black whispers my name in a voice as hot as a flame. She leaned close to me and asked me to dance. Said, boy, this might be your last chance. Stand close to me now, look right in my eyes. Now tell me, how bad do you really wanna touch the skies? Yes. I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. That's right.
You know, the band shows up. These were 3 of the little troublemakers that were here there that day. Just wanna do the chorus. I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. Nicely done, guys. Good work. I taught him that song about an hour and a half before the night started, and boy, at City Hall, when the Redmond reporter came and asked, well, where did you get the choir behind you? Are they all music students at the school or an official? I was like, oh, they're all members of the Soul Tribe singing choir. And they've heard that song enough if they come to the first Friday of any month to know the lyrics to the chorus. She came to me in a dream late last night. It was a little dark, it was hard to see. From out of the black, she whispered my name in a voice as hot as a flame. She leaned close to me, she asked me to dance. Said, boy, this might be your last chance. So stand close to me now, look right in my eyes. Now tell me how bad do you really wanna touch the sky? I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. Now an old man, he sits beside himself at a table neath the window near the door. And I stop and think to myself, did he ever really want more? Did he laugh? Did he live? Did he love and forgive? Just as loud as he could. And at the end of his day, does he sit back and say all the things he wished he would? I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be. Do you laugh? Do you live? Do you love and forgive? Do you yell just as loud as you could? And at the end of your day, you sit back and say all the things you wished you would. I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. Thanks. So go to City Hall this Tuesday if you want to support the arts, or if you think that you want your voice heard because you don't want my voice heard. That's another good reason to come there that night. Support the arts in whatever way you can. Let's fight about it or let's sing about it. But show the neighborhood that we're here and that we're alive and that we are presently walking forward and making this town our village. John, we ready with the next? Let me play another song or so. I want to say that first of all, this is the first Friday of April. Then we'll be gathering as our next time is the second weekend in May, which is the first Friday. And we'll be gathering that evening for a gala SoulFood event, for a black tie affair that night, for a full sit-down dinner and show and auction, raising the awareness, raising some money, raising some light, and celebrating this place that Friday night with special guest performers. A way to step forward from last spring of banding together to make sure we have this stronghold here And we have banded together to make sure that we have the stronghold here, and it's so strong. It's strong enough that we want to shine that to the neighborhood. So on our 4-year anniversary of being in this house here, the second weekend in May, we'll have a gala event that Friday night. Saturday, we'll launch our tribe membership, and we'll play, and we'll auction, and we'll sing, and we'll dance, and we'll put guitars into people's hands, and we'll come together as a neighborhood. I've already invited the mayor. And so I want to put that out there. Strong as we step into spring. And then sometime after the gala and Soul Tribe membership coming together, maybe the next weekend or the weekend after that, sometime, not really sure, Sarah and I are going to have a baby. And that's on the schedule too. Sarah and I are in the middle of May expecting a new little drummer to the tribe. And this April, I think it's not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after, we're having a baby shower where all the men and women can come to the baby shower. I've been to one baby shower, and so this is going to be a baby shower where there's girls and boys. And what I've learned from the last baby shower I went to, it's just a lot of like, oh, stuff like that. So we'll practice that if you're a fella and want to come. So celebrating that. Another reason to tell the stories of these songs before all that happens. This is a song I wrote when I was 18 years old. About here. I haven't played it since I was 18 either. It's a title track to my first CD, Dreamtown. Let me tell you about the town that I'm from. Not many have heard of it, but not many have come. It was here for me now, here I will stand, as I turn from the big boy to the little man, only in the Dreamtown land. She works 9 to 5 every day, serving up smiles at the corner cafe. She wears an apron round her pretty pink gown, oh, and it's only in a place they call Dreamtown, Dreamtown, USA. Only in Dreamtown. Jack, he's a quarterback, plays for the high school team. He's a hero every Friday night, and late that night, he brings all the girls home looking real mean. Plays for the Dreamtown team. Fill up your truck and he'll catch over your ear. Tell you a sad story all about the war, about a lost love and a little brother he knows no more. He knows no more. Dream the dream town dream. Dream the dream town dream. Oh, dream, oh, dream, oh, dream. Dream, 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 dream. I learned to play guitar around the kitchen table. Dad knew how to play, Mom knew how to play. Learned the chords there, and after dinner we would either play guitar, play songs, or draw, and I'd hear Dad play these old songs, and he'd play them like an old folk picker, really slow. But I'm the next generation. I heard those songs and I went, right? Dad was a cowboy. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. On the ridge he rested as he went along his way. And all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky. And up a cloudy road. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yi-yi. Ghost riders in the sky. The riders loped on by him. He heard one call his name. You wanna save your soul from hell? Keep riding on that rail. Cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to push the devil's herd across the endless sky. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yi. Ghost riders in the sky. The brands were still on fire. Their hoofs were made of steel. Horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath you could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders ride high. He heard their mournful cry. Ghost riders in the sky. Woo, woo. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Thanks. Thanks. We're gonna play 10 minutes of the movie that we're watching, the show that we're watching about my papa. A few clips of family and friends and other TV person, well, JP Patches makes an appearance in here. And it was the very first time that JP Patches and my dad were good friends. And it was a fun place to grow up with all these weird characters. Ivor and JP Patches. And there was a big-ass troll under the bridge somewhere in Seattle that I knew was alive, too. And it was the first time that JP made an appearance live to the public without his whole costume on and everything like that. And this was aired on Channel 4 for a half-hour commercial-free interruption night that the station dedicated the week after he had passed away. So I'm going to show the next little clip, and there is at the end of it, you'll see a very short-haired version of a red-headed kid. And I'll come back up for some more music. And so, and some more announcements. Stick around, I haven't even got to the best part yet. Mr. John Maurer tonight. A round of applause for the man running all the sound and the lights. He has figured out how to stream what we do to the world through 4 different cameras right now. People keep donating them. If you have a spare camera in your garage, bring it in. If it's high definition or HD, then we'll show SoulFood live in HD. I don't know what that means, but a few years ago, I got a chance to play a show at the Museum of History and Industry with representing my father. Grace and I went to go play it. And the other performers there that night were JP Patches and Stan Borison and Gertrude and Wanda and Brakeman Bill. All these are live kids show hosts from the 50s. So if you're a baby boomer and you're from here, you would know who they are. And there was a bunch of baby boomers that were there that day. And got to play. And backstage, I got to say that the JP Patches was even funnier backstage than he was on stage. Very vaudevillian, and he had this way about him that day he passed the message on to me as we take all we know in the craft that we have and the skill that we have, and we bring that with us to the show, whether we need it or not, because it's all going to be in the spur of the moment. And it's about the faking it that happens. And tonight, with technical difficulties, we're proving the faking it part. Words of wisdom from JP Patches, who I'm sure had to fake it a lot in a big red nose, too. That's not comfortable. is a song I wrote called Reverie. Boy, I think I wrote it like 7 years into the Bush administration. Could explain a little bit of why it's angry, but I was gonna keep shining my light no matter what and hold it in reverence. Stranded at the crossroads between wrong and right, awaiting the moment at the strike of midnight. Any move that I make will take me from here. You can leave me in the dark with nowhere left to turn. Still my light will shine bright, oh, my mind it will burn. For there is still one thing that can't take away. In a country bought by greed and hungry for more, with a crook for a king who has sold us to war. While fighting I'll die, but you'll know where I stand. You can ask a man to kill, you can beg a man to bleed, but tell me, where is the honor in taking more than you need? There is still one thing that can't take away. My hands in the dirt, my eyes open wide. Oh, I live by the rise and the fall of the tide. I will head with my bow, face into the wind. You can cast me out to sea while the storm rages on. I'll be carried upon the waves like the chords of a song. For there is still one thing that can't take away. You can blindfold the truth, you can leave me no choice. You can beat me down, oh, and hush my voice, but I'll hold in my heart what they can't understand. For I've lived within the lies that we proudly get fed, and I've been lost into a world with no place to lay my head. There is still one thing they can't take away. They can't take away. They can't, no, take away. Thanks. All right, we'll try it again.
Say Don outdrew Matt Dillon. Don was quite a draw in the ratings, too. On any given Saturday night, as much as half the television audience might be tuned in to Exploration Northwest. On top of all that, he won 23 Emmy Awards. And as we hear from his friends, he had a lot of fun along the way.
Don had lined up a horseback trip, and he told everybody that, yes, the cameraman can ride a horse. So on the way over there, he says, well, I told him you can ride a horse. It's easy. Just get on, and you just say, whoa, or giddy up and go. So we get there, and it's a hunting trip, and everybody takes off on the horse, and I film all the horses leaving, and Don's like he's next to last to leave, and he says, well, I'll catch up to him, see you later, and he rides off, and I'm all alone. Get on the horse, and the horse just takes off. I ended up jumping off of my horse and walking back to the truck and drinking Don's coffee.
I'll never forget, we were on the Clearwater, and Joel and I were in the same boat, and it started getting a little shaky. And of course, Joel said, "Oh, I can handle this boat." And all of a sudden it started, he ran right into a abutment on a bridge. And I grabbed my camera, I hung onto that, and I got out of there. And pretty soon he tipped over, you know, but I had my camera and I was dry. And Don was down a ways, and the first thing he saw was a watermelon floating by, and then some gear. And as Joel went, I says, "Adios, sucker."
That was also the trip where he was testing out a tent for REI, and it had where these forced round poles, you force them in, you know, and then he had it up, and then he got ready to take it out. He pulled one, the whole thing exploded and went flying, pieces of aluminum all over, but it was down, I tell you, one little move.
The one thing Don taught all of us was to go to sleep quickly. Don could make a McCulloch chainsaw sound like nothing. Don would go boom, he'd be asleep like instantly, and the sounds would just vibrate through the forest or through the motel room. In those early days, we only had 2 tents for 4 people, or 2 motel rooms for 4 people. So we always would flip a coin or draw straws or paper, scissors, rock, who slept with Don.
And it always ended up that I was in the same tent with Don. And so it was always the little trick of who's going to bed first and who's going to go to sleep first, you know. And we had this deal. The guy started to snore too much. You would lean over and kiss him, and then he would wait the whole night wondering what's going to happen next.
I took the crew out to a real nice dinner, and the best place at that time was the St. Francis Hotel at the very top. And we got up there, and we all knew that you had to wear a coat and tie, but we wouldn't tell Don. So we got up there, and we got to the maitre d', and he said, "Excuse me, sir, but you have to have a coat." And Don looked and said, "Well, I got a coat on. I got a cowboy coat on. It's perfect." And he had jeans and a nice cowboy shirt and a jeans jacket. I said, "No, sir, you can't." So they said, "We'll get you a coat." So they went out and came back with, I swear to God, they went to Century 21 sales shop and got this ugly gold coat. And anyway, so Don walked in, and they put us on a real nice table seat where we could overlook the bay and everything. And Don was going to sit on the outside, and they said, "No, sir, would you please sit way on the inside so your jeans don't show?" So Don says, "Okay." Sat down, and about an hour later, you know, we were halfway through dinner, and Don said he had to go to the bathroom. So he stood up. Now, the bathroom was just to the right, down about 4 booths, and was out. Don went to the left, went all the way around the restaurant, got about halfway, pulled out his pipe, pulled out a matchstick, whipped it up on his jeans, and lit this thing, and proceeded to walk out. And we're just rolling.
Trail mix. And Don is packing the group's trail. We were doing a little backpack story, and we're all divided up the stuff, and Don had all the trail mix for the group. And along the way, Don ate the trail mix. And it came like, "Boy, I'd like to have some trail mix." And Don goes, "Well, where's your trail mix? I ate mine."
And of course, the camera crew always would needle Don about being this movie star and getting all the credit and Mr. Wonderful, and they had to do all the work. You know, there's a lot of that stuff going on, see. And Don was, you know, really got teased a lot. Of course, Bill Bacon could be a professional comedian. I mean, he is truly one of the funniest people in the world. We were getting up one morning on the Barren Lakes. Don McCune had a mirror hanging on a tree, and he was trimming his mustache or his beard or his hair or doing something. And Bill Bacon was breaking up camp, and he started in, "Mirror, mirror on the tree, who is more beautiful than me?" And he started going, and I'm telling you, people started losing it. And I mean, crying.
For days, remember?
Yeah, but I mean, we cried. It was so funny.
We got on the Lady Rose, which is up at Port Alberni, just this little old tugboat that takes food out to people. And he got on the boat, and everybody knew who he was. Before he had even, do you remember when he sat down for lunch, there was the whole boat just clustered around him, and they knew who he was, and he handles them all with such finesse, such finesse.
We had climbed up, and we got into the Canadian part, and we spent the night just before we were coming out at Lake Bennett, and there was all these men working there, and we didn't know it, but they were prisoners, and Don was carrying a sidearm, and so was I, and they asked these two guards, you can stay here, but we want to tell you that these people are they're prisoners, and we'd like you to kind of take care of your sidearm, you know. And we agreed. Next day, I was doing some filming. I'd get off to one side, and I'd get them going, and they got into Lake Bennett before I did. And they gave Don a bunch of hassle for having a sidearm, you know. And Don says, hey, I'm easy, but there's a guy coming up the track, and you don't say anything to him, and he'll kill you. So I walked in with my .44 Magnum on the hip, and these guys are kind of looking at me. They didn't say a thing. And I was kind of watching them. We had something to eat, you know, and they were still eyeing me. And Don never said anything till we got on the train heading back south again, and he told me the story.
The camera just, you know, sort of cantankerous, and Don kept saying, well, you know, let's do something about it. And I said, well, you know, it probably needs to know how to swim because we're on so many rivers all the time. And Don said, well, do something else. Let's get it fixed. And this camera had chronic problems, like a kid with a runny nose. You know, this camera was always in the shop, always broke. And we spent more money repairing this camera than it cost to buy it new. And but finally, after a little encouragement, probably a lot of encouragement, I gave the camera its first swimming lessons. It failed. It drowned in about 400 feet of water.
But that's another story. Till next week, then, this is Don McCune reminding you that it's all an exploration northwest.
It was always a mystery to Don that even after Exploration Northwest, fans still remembered him as Captain Puget, the sea captain of the children's show that had been in dry dock for more than 20 years. The early days of Captain Puget were the early days of local television. Everything was live and more than a little bit crazy. Performers made it through, often by the seat of their pants. Of course, Captain Puget had some help from a parrot, a sidekick called Salty, and his old buddy, Ivor Haglund.
How long have you and I been shipping out together here?
Oh, about 17 years now.
I guess so.
But we've been around that long.
I was going to ask you. Of all the things we've done, what do you think might be the most exciting? We've done a lot of things.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things exciting around here, but only a month or so ago, right up off the coast of Vancouver Island, whaling.
You're thinking the same thing
You
I am,
bet,
aren't you?
whaling.
Ivor was a regular guest on Captain Puget, a show that mixed sea songs, Northwest lore, and a slice of adventure. Captain Puget went scuba diving, whale watching, and flying over Alaska. But the greatest thrill was going head-to-head with J.P. Patches.
When I first came to Seattle, I received a call from Stan Borson, and he welcomed me to Seattle. He had seen my show and said, let's get together with Don McCune and Bill McLean, who was Brakeman Bill, which we did, and we talked about what I had done in Minneapolis and what they had done here, and it was a real beginning. It was the beginning of a good friendship with all of us, even though we were competitors. I said it's kind of too bad that we're on opposite each other. But the next morning when I was on J.P. Patches, I announced to all the Patches pals, I said, well, kids, yesterday I met all the children's stars in Seattle. There was, well, let's see, what were their names? Oh yeah, Boris Stanison was one. What was his name? Fireman Phil or Brakeman Bob, you know? Oh, and then there was Captain Pungent, good old Captain Pungent. And I used to tease Don. I said, you know, Don, when I was in the service, I got 4 promotions. I said, ever since you've been in Seattle, you've always been a captain. When are you going to make admiral?
When I was 12 years old, I got a chance to go to KOMO-TV and see the Captain Puget show live in person. And after the show, we got to meet Captain Puget, and I knew instantly that he was bound to be a very important person in my life, and I didn't know what because I was only 12. And I wrote a fan letter a few months later telling him I liked his songs. I learned to sing a lot of the songs and play the guitar because he played the guitar, and I watched that and learned that. He always answered my fan letters. Once in a while, when he'd make a public appearance, I would show up, and he came to recognize me as the one who writes the fan letters, and he was always a gentleman, and eventually learned to call me Linda by name. And we sort of continued that way. I wrote 1 or 2 fan letters a year, and then I went off to college and became a fisheries biologist. And before I graduated, I wrote him a letter and said I work for NOAA, and I would like to come down and say hello to you at spring break. And I did, and I was an adult then, and we fell in love. And 2 years later, on the same beach where he proposed, we got married.
I think my father's legacy is definitely the out of doors, the environment. He always stressed to take care of where you come from and where you belong, and he sure showed everyone the mountains and the ocean, and not just what they looked like then, but he wanted them to remain that way, and to keep the environment clean so you can appreciate it for long past his lifetime.
I've known Don for years and years. You know, I knew him up in Alaska. We were best of friends up there, and in fact, I took the pictures of him when he tried out for Captain Puget. And so, I mean, our playing around goes way back.
I think all of the thousands and thousands of boys and girls who watched Don became inspired by his adventures, the love of the outdoors, became more aware of our forests and our mountains and the water. And I think he persuaded a lot of them to, if not to go into those fields, become acutely aware of the fragile existence of our environment.
When a
Oh man, shiny red guitar. Woo. I got a chance to rock out with the full band last weekend here and over at Dance Works, opening up for Tricky Pixie. And I forgot what the power of an electric guitar and a drum kit can really do. So, and tonight it's nice to just kind of play freeform without having to agree when to go to the chorus. And you turn up the monitors a little more, John? There is a secret chord of meaning and waiting to be life right now, in every life. Come on, brother, every life. Come on, sister, every life. I'm spun, spin me around and don't look down, no. Spun me around right where I'm bound. Look what I found inside the weather, under a feather, dead bird flying high, high, oh, as high to low tide. Love is a crime. Who's that kissing? What are you missing? Won't you just sit there and listen? My blood runs out like a gypsy. Just keep moving, you're improving. Run like a ghost with the real man's eyes. Don't get lost by the dragonflies. Hey! There is a secret core of meaning and waiting to be discovered. In every life right now, in every life. Come on, brother, every life. Come on, sister, every life. If you get lost, look in the mirror. But don't you tell me if you see her. Just a roll with your soul. Watch the whole world going round and around, round and around, round and around, round and around. I was laying upside down, trying to push the sun back down. I was laying upside down, trying to push the sun back down. Oh, down. I was laying upside down, trying to push the sun back down. Oh, down. She spun me around, hell yeah, now I'm getting wound. Wound like a tight string, round like a raven's wing. I say no thanks, I don't want no wedding ring. I don't hear the bells ring. I only feel what I sing. Oh, now I only feel what I sing. Oh. There is a secret core, meaning and waiting to be discovered. In every life, 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 in every life. Thanks for the guitar, Jake. So we have the gala event coming up the second weekend in May, our 4-year anniversary here. We have tribe membership starting the very next day, that Saturday. This week, actually next weekend, this whole month is incredible. There's a next weekend, Eric Tingstad, a Grammy Award-winning artist, will be here playing on our stage with Nerian and Janet next Saturday night. And then we've got an incredible drummer coming in to play an Earth Day concert here that Thursday before World Rhythm Festival. He's in town to play at the World Rhythm Festival at the Center House, and he's coming here to do a drum circle with us. So bring your drums on Earth Day, and we'll pound it into the earth that day. Well, hello. How are you doing? There's this girl that's jumping and waving. Yeah. Oh, I know who you are, and you brought your brother with you too. And as this place grows stronger, as our light gets bigger, I'd like to make an announcement that I was selected to and signed up for the ability to represent America in Nepal this fall, where I get to play with a musician named Raju Lama, a famous Nepalese guitar player, singer, pop singer. We'll fly into Kathmandu, and then we'll fly into Lukla, and then we'll hike up to Everest. And while we're there, we'll go just high enough to play the highest concert ever put on in human history. I know. How many think it's a joke? It's kind of, right? Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and think, maybe, was that? No, it's real. It's real. Mr. John Maurer and I are heading up in the fall. And we're going to put concerts on in these little villages, hiking up to Everest. Going as a musician, going as an American, going as a human. And now my mind is rattling with, what songs am I going to write? What do I want to say on top of the world? If the whole world could hear. And that's what this summer is for me, and the songs are already starting. Whee! That's what it feels like. Whee! Right? So we'll be campaigning that all summer long and raising money and getting endorsements to fund the trip. I already talked to Alvarez and looked him in the eye and said, can you build me a guitar that'll play on top of the world? And their eyes lit up. Yeah. So it'll take the neighborhood to get us there. 21,300 feet into thin air. Right, we're gonna eat a lot of smokes and Snickers bars, and we're all ready. It's funny, the things we do in our life that it's all in the mind, it's all in the will, right? And I will go anywhere to play and sing. And on this path, I've been able to reach far, far distances like this very stage here. And from here, it'll launch. So thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for helping it launch, and thanks for spinning these stories with me. And thanks for supporting this place, and thanks for playing here. Thanks for praying here and connecting. And this is a place where we see the highest in you when you walk through the door. It's a place in town that's safe for that. That way we'll give you a reflection of what we see, what you're trying to achieve, what we're all trying to achieve, and make that leap together. Whisper, whisper in my ear. See, I will not be alone this time. I still hear Papa saying, don't run too far from home this time. Don't go too far. So I ran far from here. Somewhere I closed my eyes. I wake up in a dream. Too close to see, still close enough this time. Oh, this time. This time wasted, so much time. Still no heart can I call mine. And I look and I can't see, no, nothing at all. What if I fail? Or what if I fall? This time. What if I fall? Should I even have climbed at all? Should I open up my eyes? Oh, sometimes I shout, sometimes I scream, I sing to break the line. I do. I wake up in a dream. Too close to see, still close enough this time. Oh, this time. Oh, this time wasted. So much time, still no heart can I call mine. I look and I can't see, no, nothing at all. What if I fail? What if I fall? This time. Oh, this time. Oh, this time. Oh, this time. Got a whale of a tale to tell you lass. Got a whale of a tale or two by the passing fish and the girls I've loved on nights like this with the moon above. Got a whale of a tale and it's all true. I swear by my tattoo. Wow, you can sure tell I like the band Wham, huh? Or Tears for Fears or Aha. Boy, You can tell we're a tribe when it's okay by me to show pictures like that to y'all and assume we'll still be friends. 17 years ago then. With a dream for my neighborhood of a place where I could at least go and play guitar and have somebody hear it. And there just wasn't that place. And now there is. Thanks for making this place. Oh, pirates, they rob I. Sold out to merchant ships. Then they offered me up to die in the bottomless pits. But my head was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever have. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from inner slavery, but none but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, no, 'cause none of them can stop the times. How long should they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the books. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Redemption song. Slavery, for none but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, no, none of them can stop the times. How long should they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the books. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom. That's all I ever have. Oh, redemption songs. Redemption songs. All songs of freedom. All songs of freedom. All songs of freedom. That's all I have. Are redemption songs. Oh. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks. A revolution never starts with a warning. A revolution never sends you an omen. A revolution just arrives like the morning. Ring the alarm, we got to wake up the snoring. Wake up, wake up. Oh, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, wake up, wake up. They're telling you to never worry about the future. They're telling you to never worry about the horror. They're telling you that you will never see the torture. Spend it all today and we will bill you tomorrow. Wake up, wake up. Oh, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. 3-piece suits with bank accounts in Bahamas. Wall Street crime will never send you to the slammer. Tell all the children in the arms of the mamas the F-15 is a homicide bomber. TV commercials for a pop-a-field culture. Drug companies circling like a vulture. Amaraki babies with the G.I. Joe father. 10 years from now, is anybody gonna bother? Yell fire! Oh. Yell fire! Fire! Oh, oh, yell fire! Yell fire! Yell fire! Yell fire! Everyone addicted to the same nicotine. Everyone addicted to the same gasoline. Everyone addicted to the Technicolor screen. Everybody gotta get their hands on the same green. From the banks of the river to the banks of the greedy. All of the rich is taken back by the needy. We come from the country, we come from the city. Play us on a record, you can play us on a CD. Oh! Ow, 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 ow! All the shit they're giving us is fertilizer. The seeds that we planted, we can never brutalize her. Tell the corporations that we never globalize it. Like Peter Tosh says, legalize it. Boys and the girls and the bass and the treble, rumbling in the speakers and it makes me want to rebel. Throw your hands up and take it to another level. Never, ever, ever make a deal with the devil. Yell fire! Oh, 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 yell fire! Ow! fire, more fire. Until the philosophy holds one race superior and another inferior. Until the color of a man's skin is no more important than the color of his eyes. Everywhere is war. War. Everywhere is war. Oh, war. A revolution never starts with a warning. A revolution never sends you an omen. A revolution just arrives like the morning. Ring the alarm, we got to wake up the snoring. Thank you very much. Thank you.